Okay. So
Terrifying.
Yes.
So rewind. All right. So when we last left off, you guys just got back to town from dealing with a bunch of bandits and a weird night of dreams and bodily growths or sword growths in Kaja's case.
Yes, I'm. So, Grigory, tell me, this clearly is something that's within your realm of expertise, my friend. What we've had shared dream experiences before, and this one seems similar but yet different. I mean, what are we looking at here? Any idea? Any thoughts?
Was thinking you were supposed to be good with words, but how is you never remember how to say my name?
I did not use an E. I used an I. What are you talking about? I don't quite understand.
It's not Grigory, it's Grigori.
Oh, so you're saying I put the wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable?
Yes, this is thing.
Ah, okay. Well, let's just chalk it up to me being a bit disturbed by last night's activities, such as they were.
You are not only one. And,
yes.
I'm thinking, on one hand, maybe serious questions for light bearers, but maybe if suspicion is maybe correct, maybe best not to let them know that we think we are onto something, if something is going wrong.
Well, that's a very good thought, actually. It should this be something that is not of a positive and beneficial nature, it might be best not to let on.
Maybe is fine.
It could be.
Maybe is horror.
Zynthian
I'm not feeling comfortable with
I am not either. Sorry, Ursa's looking a little disturbed, but it is it's
at least he doesn't have the axe anymore.
It's a knife. It's a bloody knife.
It's just a bloody knife.
That's okay. He just helps. He has finished helping cut the horror out of us.
I think that I think that we'd best get to a larger city where we may access their library. Perhaps we could do some combined research to maybe point us in a proper direction in regards to this whilst we're engaging in other activities.
Didn't the librarians themselves have some sort of library as well?
Yes,
there's a small library
there
here
right now, actually.
Yeah.
When you guys got back,
I had wanted to root through it a little bit and see if maybe they had info on this, because maybe we can find whatever it is that they did.
Okay.
In these.
So when you got back, yes, you two went to the fort's little library, knowledge base, while Kaja went to go talk to the old man. And I really see how distracted Dakota becomes. just when he's not talking, we can now see how distracted his fucking face is. But anyways, so
yeah, he was hiding it well before under that static image.
So yes, you two went to the library. Kaja, you're talking to the old man about completing the job.
Yeah, and then he was all like, "You did the thing," and then we ended.
Yeah,
like you're seeing.
You did the thing. Yes, I did.
He noticed. Yes, he called you on yes. So you can see you went through the rites as he points to your now obviously changed sword. Because the other two can kind of put a shirt on to hide their shit. Yours is a big ass sword on your back.
Mine's hidden 100% of the time, guaranteed.
Right.
Look, I can explain if you want me to. And you can call your friends. Just meet me down at the forge. The big one downstairs, not the tiny one up here, the big one.
Of course. I will go and gather them now
then.
Okay. You must gather your party before venturing forth.
Okay, so do you just gather them? Do you want to have an in-game? What's going on here?
I just go to the library where they are.
Just imagine you popping in yelling, "Hey, nerds!"
Hey, nerds!
You are the jock of the group. And the shortest one, too.
I'm sorry, you were calling for somebody? Certainly not me. I mean, I'm not. You must be talking.
Grigori
to.
immediately looks up because he knows it's meant for him.
You must be talking to Grigori.
You go get the nerd and the art student.
Listen, both of
You're
you.
just finding new
Come
ways
here.
to mispronounce it now, aren't you?
Oh yes.
Just come here.
Oh, actually, it reminds me of something I came across last weekend that was pretty funny. I'm pretty sure this person was trolling because she's the only person in her family that would like they're playing Monopoly, and she's the only person in her family who refused to pronounce it that way, and she called it Monopoly.
Oh, I'm safe.
Monopoly.
I made it more safe.
Thank you for popping into
Yay.
the stream and everything. Go take a nap.
But yeah, Monopoly.
Monopoly.
The whole time she was arguing that this is the correct way to say it, which is why I think she was trolling.
Why can I just imagine Grigori actually having this conversation with Wyland? Just like bringing up some game pronunciations out of boredom.
Well, he's trying to look through a book. Yeah, great,
Yeah.
great, cool story, bro. Tell it again.
Just the type to constantly be like either complete silence or chattering at everybody.
Nah, I don't think he's not really that chattery. He might tell you some shit you don't care about, but it doesn't mean he's chattery.
Only when he's cold.
What?
That's when you're chattering.
Ah.
What up?
Yep. Here it comes.
That dad joke was so bad it hurt me.
There you go.
Monkey.
Monkey.
I forgot I had another
Monkey.
GIF loaded.
It's all
for
about
you
the
guys.
last few frames of the whole thing.
The
Yeah.
eyeball.
Where it looks to the side and just the exasperation really comes through. The half a second of sick of your shit on that monkey's face.
But yeah, so Kaja goes to get you.
Why does what does he need us for? I mean, we are actually doing something important. Is there? Surely he doesn't need us to go out and do something right away.
I can. Apparently, this isn't something that they were surprised happened to us. So just come along. They're gonna explain it. I figured I should get you guys.
All right. Well.
Yeah.
Okay.
You did not just walk up and ask if he put horror in us, did you?
No, he noticed the fact. No, he noticed the fact that my sword went from normal to whatever the hell this is.
Okay. Because let's be fair, if there's somebody in this party who's just gonna run their mouth off and be way too blunt, it's gonna be him.
Blunt, yes. I was about to say, run my mouth. That's Wyland.
Blunt, yes.
Okay,
Kind of
It's
dumb,
true.
yes.
Listen, I've done nothing wrong. Okay.
You
Yeah.
killed an innocent man.
I done
Almost
nothing
two.
intentionally wrong.
Testify for. Okay, but yes, you start heading down the long stairway to the forge containing the true fire, and you know the place where you guys spent some time recovering after you had implements of power implanted in your chest. And
Implements implanted.
Yes.
Of course.
And
Yes.
wait
yes.
for Krindor to hold his pants up as he's.
What is that? Holy shit!
You know what? This is falling apart. I'm just gonna go now. Yeah.
Just, all right, time to start stripping.
Clearly,
God damn it.
clearly, somebody had a horror put in them.
It's too hot in here. I had to turn up the air conditioner.
Oh god. But yes. So as you get down there, you see the old man just kind of working on random bits. You just hear pounding of metal. He basically kind of not noticing you until you guys say something. So everyone's talk up.
Sir, you summoned us. Perhaps you could remove yourself from your activity and tell us why you needed us.
Well, I figured you guys were having a conversation since it took you a bit longer to get here, but yes. So you just see him put the scrap metal back in. So, can I see your two's crystals, please? Gestures towards where your
You suspect there's something amiss?
No, I'm just merely curious. See how it's forming around you.
It's forming well. It seems to be doing just fine.
Why is it farming anything precisely?
I mean, it has settled in comfortably.
see, these things are living, as some items are. The little bit of blood that you put into it, the pact you made with it, took a part of you, a part that wants to be stronger, better, become, whatever you want to become, sits in there now. And it feeds on you. As you know, you can give up your little bit of yourself and make an ability work a little bit better. But if you truly give in, if you truly hurt yourself for it, it does grow. That sword you have there, and he points to the sword Wyland carrying. Do you always think you had these ornate pieces on it?
Hmm.
You see,
I guess I hadn't noticed that before.
these are weapons that grow with you. As you become stronger, they should. And the more you feed them, the more likely they are to gain new abilities, more, powers for you. Tell me, lads, what happened when you gave in to them?
There was I definitely felt a bit of a surge, I guess you could say, in my ability to handle certain things. But I wasn't sure. I was tentative with it, put it that way. I didn't want to let it get out of my control.
And you, my strong silent type here, walks over to Grigori.
It's about as he says, yes. It seems dangerous to be giving it too much, though.
Oh, it is very
Is not the
dangerous to give
case?
it too much. There is a balance you must always strike. And you, just assuming you learned to hit it a little bit harder, didn't you? As he kind of just taps your shoulder there, Kaja.
Tasha just nods, like, yes.
Yes. You see, it takes a part of you. And if you give in to it just a little bit, a small bit, it will get stronger. And it will make you 10 times more of a hero. But there are the stories that if you give in too much, just as anyone gives in to anything, it will destroy you. The glutton that drinks too much will drown in alcohol. The person who eats too much will eventually die. Just like the fighter who doesn't learn when to stop fighting will eventually be cut down way too early.
Would this not have been wise to have told us before we go into combat?
That right there.
It's a kind of a traditional rite of passage that you have to give in or not. It tells us what type of person you are.
Yeah.
There are some who have these implements that have never ever given in. While they
Weeding out the weak of will, then, yes. To
Well-
see if they screw up on their own.
Essentially, yes. Why do you have a book on your head?
You had to acknowledge it, didn't you?
He came back from the library.
It keeps fucking changing.
Of course I do.
I love how you act surprised by this.
It looks like
fact.
anthropomorphic Ursa just landed on Plymouth Rock.
Oh yeah, that was when I had the
Yeah, I saw that. Okay, but yes, they're just like, yes, feed it occasionally, but don't give in. For, we've seen some warriors who were able to cut through almost anything, eventually just strike themselves down. We've seen people whose word of mouth was able to just consume them and make them believe their own lies. People that just, a spell turned bad and it was used against them. Give in occasionally. Use it when needed. But be warned, overuse has its problems a lot.
Yes. Well, that would seem to make sense. Everything in balance, of course, and
Yes.
never an extreme and too much. Interesting. So, where are we off to next then?
Now you're on your own. You see, with no active war happening, we're always fighting the horrors. The Lightbearers, we're having to rebuild ourselves. And you, my three dear friends, you have your own story to write, don't you? So, I suggest you go back to your home, see some people, see where life leads you next. For as we've learned from some of the stories we've heard talking to others about you, you've led a pretty eventful time after leaving the care.
Could say that. Yeah, maybe a visit back to our hometown wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea, friends.
Yes. A nice rejuvenation of, visiting your home, a familiar bed, people that love you, before finding your own way. But go ahead and spend one more night here, rest up. We can throw a party if you would like. And, in
Grigori just
fact,
kind of raises an eyebrow in confusion at that statement.
That might not be a bad idea.
you've been here as he looks at your eyebrow, you've been here a month. You've become kind of known within the fort. They would like to send you off.
Igori, I think that perhaps folks have seen you dance, and I have to say, quite honestly, you actually do a fair job. You sell yourself short, my friend.
I just have this image of I don't know what it's called, but that stereotypical Russian dance where they squat down and just kick their feet out back and forth. That seems like a Grigori dance to do.
Yes.
Hey, 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 hey.
I think that might not be a bad thing.
Some mages skip leg day, but not Grigori.
True mages don't skip
But yes.
don't skip leg day.
Yeah, because you have to run away from shit sometime.
The traditional, you're back with a bar and tavern music. So, the night comes through. They, I keep looking randomly at fucking Dakota and just...
It's different every time.
No, it looked like he was trying to lick the bubbles now. Oh, okay. Sorry, folks.
At least he's not holding the bloody butcher knife in his dog's
Yes.
mouth anymore.
I tried to do that.
I noticed. I was watching you try to do that.
It didn't want to go to the pause. And it upset me.
The elves and Tisgrangs there at the fort pull out some of their better mead and wine setups. They're, throwing in some music. They ask Wyland to play a little bit. Maybe he can get some good, rhythms going in.
Of course, I will be more than happy to lay down some fat beats for you folks.
Mead? Who would drink mead? That's silly.
Yes. Well, they have proper, alcohol there that if you want to try to convince somebody to pop it out.
Oh, well, of course. If that's what it takes, I'd be more than happy to.
Well, it depends how many feet were involved in the making of this booze.
None, actually, because they're
Good
not
point.
complete assholes here.
Oh, well, I guess we don't want it then. That's not our style.
Fucking joke. He's gonna continue on forever.
Yes,
He's gonna
it
try
is.
to be uber serious and everything, and then suddenly, what juice?
Foot.
I hope not.
But anyways, so yes, you don't really have to roll. It's just as you
I
sit
won't.
there and just chat them up. You can eventually get them. Yay, dancing and music, and why the hell not?
That's right. That the barrel looks rather lonely. I feel it. I feel that if there's anything in here that needs to be tapped, barrel, and you, good sir, should be the one to tap it. So tap it and tap it hard.
Oh no!
serve it up.
Don't twist my arm. Don't make this a hard
Yes.
decision. Yeah, here you go.
There we go.
As the party moves along, there's even a couple of owls dancing at the end, at the sides. As a thing.
Is Grigori one of them, or is he sitting there kind of doing this with them, just trying to get them to orchestrate? That's
the latter.
Okay, so he's not actually part of the dancing owl canning group.
He doesn't trust himself to cast shape-shifting spells while he's tipsy.
But yes, the night passes. You have some fun there.
That's how Anthros happen.
Up pops a caravan leader who's in there and talks to you three who are get a moment to sit down and eat, and it's like, I heard you're going back out east. If you would be willing to take just for food and horse and your mount food, we could use some guards for a bit.
How many are in your caravan?
Oh, we only have 3 wagons, so
Oh,
it's not much.
What are
so
they heading?
We're
Other than
heading to
east.
this small bartering area. It's kind of like a stable slash inn. They're heading. I forgot the name of it, but you recognize as the halfway point between the Bloodwoods and your hometown.
Yes,
This
we've
little-
been there.
Oh, great!
Oh, yes,
So-
we have also been to Small Blue Dot.
Yes, I believe. No, actually, now it's you, Grigori, that is pronouncing things incorrectly. It's Small Blue Dot. Is how that town is
Oh.
pronounced. It's Small Blue Dot.
I'm sorry.
That's quite all right. It's an easy town to forget. Gosh, fucking damn it!
That really broke you up, didn't it?
It did. I tried. I really tried, Sloan.
It's okay.
I love how it made your voice crack like a scared teenager.
I instantly turned into a 12-year-old girl. I just got,
Oh god.
12-year-old girl watching a horror movie.
yeah.
Well, tis the season.
Yes, but if I remember correctly, Grigori, wasn't that there was a troll woman there that we met? She was a shopkeep owner of some sort, if I remember correctly, which I probably am not. But
yeah, I remember
but-
correctly.
there we go. So
Was she in the bar? I think. Yeah.
maybe, or she was the owner of the town. I think if I remember. Right. Well, regardless, we should just yes.
I do not think towns are usually owned by people. Single person.
She was in charge with in some capacity.
So what's about her?
Oh, nothing. I'm just remembering the fact that she was there, and it's just been some time since we've spoken to her. I can go through my
She
notes
was-
when we hit the trail, and I will tell you.
Was Turtle Woman at some point along trail?
Yes.
I cannot remember if it was this town.
It was that town where there was a troll owner of the bar. And inn was owned by somebody else who I can't remember. Blacksmiths, such as that. But yes, so the night passes. You have a fun time, but you make sure not to get too overdone. The dawn comes by. You're awoken by various people banging on things, and you get ready to leave on your semi-easy quest from here upward. So you have to go around a mountain this.
Yes, it's the semi
Yes.
that makes me a bit concerned.
You start your trip off as any other would, just mounting, getting ready, early morning. It is
And that's when we run into a pack of wolves with bloody butcher knives.
no. That's when you run into those giant spider monsters again.
Hmm.
You know what? We might actually be able to take one now. Maybe.
yeah. The what the heck were those
Jehuthra?
things?
Jehuthra. yeah.
Jehuthra.
I will
I
not.
think we're way out
forget
of our
them,
league
really.
for first circle things for sure.
I think they're still out of your league
Maybe, but at least we're closer to it now.
because you're 4th circle, right?
Yeah.
Jehuthra are 5th circle.
Okay, but what are their defense scores like?
Stream is die.
It's dead. What?
Yeah, stream
Oh
die.
god damn it!
Oh, I got an ad. Hang on.
Oh wait,
Okay, yeah, it's still
it's
dead.
coming back. Yeah, I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why. Occasionally it does that.
It's a piece of shit.
Hey, we're back, everybody.
I like how the stream
Yeah.
dies, and then when it comes back, the wolf has a hat on suddenly.
Hey, everybody. Sorry about that. Sorry. Occasionally, for some reason, OBS decides I hit a button that is not
Huh.
tied to anything, and it's now. Oh, it's you meant to stop the stream, right?
I'm impressed. I'm very impressed, by the way, that butcher knife wolves got such good taste in hats.
Exactly. It's lovely.
And I apologize for being choppy right now. It should even itself out in a minute or two. Mostly audio you're gonna need. So, hey.
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 But yes, so
Hey.
it's up. You're a little dry mouth from drinking too much, a little dehydration, but nothing really different. And you start off. It's a kind of beautiful morning, one you haven't felt in a while on your way out. Sun's rising. You're heading out on a mission. There's no immediate terrors. Just nice, calm. You're of course paranoid as hell because of this.
Something is very wrong. I love how you declared that we were paranoid as hell the instant I started leaning into my microphone to say that.
Well, because I know you
Good-
three.
Well, you know what, Grigori, I'm feeling good today. I think that though I certainly probably will, we can expect some trouble on the trail. I think that today, I think that we should be good, and maybe take a moment and enjoy life instead of death. For
Maybe.
So, yes.
I'm gonna swap up my spell lineup slightly for today.
Oh, yeah. You have plenty of time as you start on
Yeah.
the trail. It's you find out it's basic goods they're taking, just cloth and wool, some root vegetables that can be transported. Nothing really insane. So
what is our merchant caravan leader's name?
Greg.
No relation.
No, not Greg. I've used that joke too many times.
What's Waldorf?
Ralph.
Sure.
His name is Ralph. Ralph
Ralph
Waldorf.
And there it goes again.
But the stream's down again?
Yeah.
Really? It still says streaming on my
Uh,
side.
Okay. Mine buffered for a second, I guess, but look, it's okay.
Ralph.
Ralph Dorf.
Ralph.
Okay. All right. So
Ralph Dorf Wahlberg.
Ralph Waldorf. And yes.
So are these goods, Ralph, Master Ralph? Are these goods that you made of your own accord, or you picked them up from somewhere and you are merely the merchant off trading these?
I'm merely the merchant that is trading them. I came from Bartertown recently, and we're going up to that little area to meet with another person who's going to take. Well, we just got told to take it up there.
To the small blue dot.
Yes, it's a popular trading post, and
Yes.
a lot of times we like to set up trades between large merchant groups right there because it's neutral ground. You don't have to feel like you're going to be ambushed or, somebody's going to get some weird home field advantage mentally because it's their hometown.
Certainly. Well, you are a distance away from major cities, and so that seems to make some sense. You have the Kokovics to your back there, so yeah, I can understand them.
Exactly.
Interesting. I have to say, when I was sitting in the back of the wagon this morning when we set out, the texture on those bolts of cloth there was quite fine, fine indeed.
Yes, it comes from this lovely little shop that used to do just scarves, but she's then expanded and is now making just pretty much dresses and such.
Really interesting. Do go on. She sells scarves, you say?
Yes. Oh,
She sounds delightful.
That's
yes.
where she started. She started making scarves, and she talked about there was somebody who helped her with initial trade, and
I see.
And then,
Yes.
her shop was able to grow. Actually, she didn't start in Bartertown. She moved to Bartertown recently. So yeah.
Oh, she's moved there. What type of name giver is she? A human?
She is
elf?
a human. Yes.
I see.
Whose
Excellent.
name I have nowhere written down.
I might have it in my older notes, but
Probably
yes.
for the best if we never see her again, really.
Well, you never know. Meeting people who are good at a certain craft is always a very interesting thing for me. But yes, she sounds unique. Let's put it that way.
She's very chipper. Yes. The issue is she's sitting there and she has many suitors calling for her, but she keeps talking about this one that got away.
There's always one of those, isn't there?
Yeah, I know, right? And he just kind of elbows you in that, haha, yeah,
Yes.
type joking layer.
Hey, know what I mean? Know what I mean?
Nudge,
Right,
nudge,
right,
wink,
what,
wink.
what?
Say no more. Say no more.
Not as good as a wink to a blind bat.
Does she like photography?
Aye.
Pictures.
Aye.
eh?
Holiday
Aye.
snaps. Aye. Aye.
Holiday snaps.
Bye.